Okay, so we already have taken the digital impressions of the patient. We have the upper here. Just gonna go on to the next phase. It's gonna load. Takes a little bit, but as long as you got the right scans, we should be good to go. Okay, so this is exactly how the scan looks without trimming anything, but we want to make sure we trim all the excess gum area or tissue, just because obviously we don't want to waste material, and we want to make sure we have a nice clear base. After we trim, we're just going to go ahead and move on to the next step, and here we have what it looks like. It looks still a little bit of excess material, but we have the lower here. Just giving you guys a little glance. We can choose to see the top and bottom or just the top here. Just rotating it, make sure it looks all good. Gonna go ahead and go into the next phase. This is what the actual printing version or the working model will look like. Gonna hit manufacture. It's gonna give us a estimate of what it's gonna look like. After that phase, I'm just gonna make sure I like how it looks. Nice and smooth. Go ahead and hit export to the computer lab. It's going to take a little bit. We're going to select yes, and it's going to take a little bit for it to load again. And it should, once it pops up again, we're going to be good to go. Now we're good to go to the computer. Okay, once I have secured everything in the PrimePrint, I'm going to go ahead and come to the computer, make sure everything looks good. The green is indicating that I have a good model and everything is good to go. This is the plate that is inside that wash bin. That's the slate we cleaned off. And I'm just going to turn it around, make sure everything looks good. I am good to go. I'm going to hit start fabrication. It's going to give me an estimate here on the top left of how long it's going to take. It says 18 minutes, but that is not true. As soon as we go down to the PrimePrint, we're going to be able to actually see the time. And it looks like it's going to take about 63 minutes in total for it to fabricate 2 working models. Okay, and then we need to have alcohol, has to be 99%. We also need a microfiber towel. We have a wash bin. This is the plate where our models will be printing. This plate has extra residue right now, but we always want to make sure we have a nice clean plate. And then we have our chip. This is what's going to be tracking the process as the models are printing. With the microfiber towel, I'm going to take alcohol and just make sure I have a nice clean plate or no residue left from the previous printing out. I'm just wiping it just to ensure that there's a nice clean area, but there still will be a little bit of residue, which is completely fine. We're going to get it as clean as possible. You can see there's still a little bit left. I'm going to put it back in place and move everything out of the way just so I can have a clean working area. I'm going to head over to the bottom here where my PrimePrint is indicating what I have in there currently. But since I have not printed recently, I do have to reset this. So right now I'm just showing you where it has to go, the wash bin. I'm going to remove my material. This is the material we're going to be using to print the working models. We have to move it back and forth just a little bit of time just so we can make sure it's all mixed in together. We don't want it settling and just using one material because obviously it won't fabricate correctly. So I'm just mixing it back and forth here. Okay, so once we remove the stuff, you can see that it is completely empty. The PrimePrint's really smart. It's going to pick up automatically the material, how much you have left. Right now it's going to take a little bit. It's going to tell you that it's not reading it because we have to lock it, which is this little lever here. And as soon as we lock it, it's going to tell you it is good to go. So we're going to switch. And there we go. Picked it up. Okay, so now I'm just going to grab the wash bin. It's the yellow little tub-like thing. I'm going to place it into the slots. There's only one way it can fit. As soon as it's secured, I'm going to twist it into place. It's going to lock. It's going to take a couple of minutes for PrimePrint to pick it up. It's going to indicate it immediately with that little chip that we showed you. It's good to go. Close the door. And now we go to the computer. It's going to pick it up. I'm going to remove my gloves. Okay, so now our first phase of the fabrication of working models is complete. I'm going to go ahead and open the door. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to remove the wash bin. I'm going to pull it out, securely grab it. You can see the working models are in there exactly like they came out on the computer. I'm going to take it and I'm going to place it onto the next phase, which is the PrimePrint PPU. Again, it's going to automatically pick up everything. All we have to do is open the door. And again, same slot area. We're not going to lock anything in here. It's just going to fasten in there, place it in. And it's going to immediately pick it up because, again, of that chip that's inside. It's good to go. We're going to close the door and go ahead and start the job. Once we start this cycle, it takes about 25 to 30 minutes, but pretty fast. And now that we are almost there, looks like we have about 12 seconds, perfect timing. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and almost there. We're done. You can see the little green light that comes on there. And we're just gonna hit done. Gonna open the door. There's nothing to unlock. Pull out the wash bin, and these models are all done. It's gonna be a little hot, so just be cautious. But we can see we have a nice, perfect working model there. Super cool. I'm gonna set down my bin just so I can have a better view. Looks great. We have the lower and upper. Beautiful, no air bubbles, nothing present. We are good to go for a retainer, night guard, bleach trace, whatever you guys need.